Well, good evening, tubes, and how's she hanging? So just a little wee shorty for you today. We've actually been away, if you noticed, for a couple of days. I haven't put up any videos. Well, we've been away on a little R&R, we'll say, and just for yesterday, last night, and today till about 3 o'clock, we went down to, well, I don't know if I can show you, it's upside down, but there. Great Wolf Lodge, Niagara Falls, Canada, eh? So we were down to the big water park. Now, if you don't know what Great Wolf Lodge is, it's a great big resort water park thing. Indoors, all indoors. Outdoors would suck this time of year in Canada, let me tell you that. So we were down there and for a day, and it was actually a perfect time because it wasn't really that busy. Sometimes you go to that place, we were there, and it was closer to a weekend, and it sucked with all the people. I'm not a super big crowd guy, you know, like I'd rather be out in the parking lot kind of thing if there's a whole lot of people. But this was perfect because they've got a bunch of water slides and stuff that you take like a tube up, you know, 4 flights of stairs kind of thing to the top where the thing starts. And so normally on a busy day you'd start at the bottom and make your way to the top. And with that kind of speed, you'd maybe only get like 2, maybe 3, 4, maybe 5 rides in a day, which sucks, you know, so waiting in line sucks. But we were fortunate there, and we pretty much every time got to the very top flight of stairs, and then you only have about a 10-minute wait. And so we did many rides. BILLSTMAXX actually shed off some clothings and went down to the shorts. So that's a pretty rare thing. I do believe there is some pictures. Actually, it's cool because some of the rides you scan your inside here. I'll explain this too, this little band thing. I'll maybe pop it off and show the other side. There's a little chip thing in there. And you scan the beep, 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 beep thingy, and then when you go down the ride, you come to the certain point and it takes your picture. Well, we mostly forgot to get all our pictures after we left. We actually had to get back for tonight because my daughter, and Auntie Ellen's gonna really think she's old now. My daughter, we had to go to her grade 9 high school starting orientation program tonight, so we had to be back for that. So Auntie Ellen is gonna feel really old tonight. She watches this. But anyways, yeah, that's 1992 to 96. I went to this high school in Orangeville here, and now she's starting. So there you go. It's been a long time. It's a lot of memories. And nothing really has changed. Like what they did was they had us go in these groups. So you walked in and you got this green card. Okay, you go stand with the green people, you know, and then they take you on a tour of the school. Oh, we went into the wood shop. Smells exactly the same. Now wood shop, I mean like woodworking tools and, you know, big planers and stuff like that, right? And saws and, you know, tools, hand tools and all that stuff. It was pretty awesome, and nothing really had changed at all. It was really weird. And probably for the next 50 years nothing will change, I wouldn't doubt either, because, you know, they've got stuff in there. Oh, I wish I had my camera with me. It would have been awesome. They got stuff in there, and holy friggin' crap. The frickin' stuff is heavy duty. Not like today where it's all chintzy tin, you know. So yeah, we got that done for, but anyways, down at the old Great Wolf Lodge, going back there again, this thing has a chip thing in it, so you scan it on different things. You can actually buy stuff with this, so you go into a store or whatever. Yeah, I want to buy this picture of Great Wolf Lodge. Okay, do you want to pay for it or scan it? So if you scan it, bloop, it just goes through and you get pay on your credit card that you left them when you first registered, right? So she gets paid through that way, which is, you know, you're still paying for it. It's not like you're getting it for free. But the kids don't get that privilege because there'd be $1,000 freaking bill at the end of the night. Yeah, and you also actually open your room. So you scan this thing over your door lock, beep, and it opens up your door. So that was kind of sweet. I don't have anything right down handy sort of here with me to cut this thing off. Well, maybe I do. Hang on. Okay. Now we just dropped it. So inside of this thing here, you can see the Get her in the light. There's the, you know, the scanner thing. They keep track of you and stuff, and they probably actually can't tell where you are in the hotel. Maybe, I don't know. But $10 million freaking program there they've got for scanning stuff, no doubt. So, but yeah, that was fun. And this was the welcome back. A little dewy because we've been there before, right? So they treat you a little differently, like, you know. But it was good. It was fun. Nice little R&R. Niagara Falls is about an hour and 43-ish, 5-ish minutes from here. So it was a decent enough ride, and you're getting there, and they're like, "Oh, are you done yet?" And we actually did go down to the falls just before we left. Now, if you don't know what Niagara Falls is, it's freaking awesome, huge. I'm going to show you a little bit of footage here I took on my iPhone. It's not the greatest, but it definitely does not constitute from the video to actually be in there. It's totally freaking better when you're there. It's just constant as it's going down over the falls and crashing on the bottom, right? I did see some pretty good history videos on the falls and stuff too, and right in the center there is, one side is ours, Canada, where we're on, and across the pondy thing there, the lake and the falls, is the US side, the United States of America. Right across, you know, it's a frickin' deep cavern, mind you. I'll show you, you'll see it in the video at the end here. And I did a slow-mo and a time-lapse thingy, different things. It was kind of cool. And then I think I just did some regular stuff too, I think. I'm hoping that the slow-mo will come off of my camera okay. It may not. So if you don't see a slow-mo, something happened and whatever. The time-lapse, I think that'll work fine. I think I've done that before. But sometimes the slow-mo goes weird when you're trying to get it off. I don't know exactly what it's doing, but yeah. So anyways, that was our day off-ish kind of thing. I really needed to get away for a while, so I wish it was longer, but in a sense, you know, you're there for, well, you're allowed to check in at 1. We got there at about 12 and checked in. She's like, "Oh yeah, your room's ready, you can go right to it." Oh, okay. So we went to our room and got changed and went right to the water park, you know, till around 4:30, and then we're like, "Okay, let's go out and get some dinner." They have, you know, like the full buffet dinner and stuff there, and you can buy meal coupon tickets too when you buy your room, right? And you get a little bit better price on it. So we went and had dinner. Then after that, there's a great big huge arcade there too. Now, I didn't film any of this all weekend. This was just for us, so I'm telling you. Now, there was a lot of people there with GoPros, but I'm like, nah, I'm not even gonna bother. Time for our family alone, you know, kind of thing. And my nose is driving me nuts, and I'm gonna chop it off with that huge knife. That would look funny, wouldn't it? But anyways, yeah, so we went down to the arcade. The arcade's pretty sweet. You buy, oh, we don't have it. It's, what the? I had a card. No. Anyways, you get a swipe card, and you load your card with money, pay money, and you get credits. So most machines take 4 credits, some are 2, and yeah, it's a lot of games. Like there's regular video game stuff which you don't get these tickets out of, but there's these ones where, you know, yeah, one was you take like the malady thing, you smash it, and then up goes the thing, and you get 20 tickets, and then 20 tickets come pouring out of this machine. Well, after you played all these different games and you got like a huge freaking mitt full of tickets with you, like, okay, I got tickets. You take them and swipe your card on this other accounting machine, and then you start feeding your tickets in. And you get 2 million tickets or whatever. And then you scan your card again, and then it loads those tickets, we'll say, number, onto your card. Then you take the card and you go to the place where you can, like, you know, buy, like, oh, I want, say, they didn't have this. This is really cool. I got this at Canadian Tire. Shotgun shell. That's a flashlight. Okay, that's 4,000 tickets worth or something, right? So they have all kinds of different things, right from little army men right up to like freaking like an iPad mini kind of thing. So that was like 120,000 tickets, which doesn't make any sense because you can, I think one credit was like 75 cents or something like that. So it takes 4 credits to get whatever, you know. Yeah, you do get more tickets, but you still need a lot of tickets, which probably works out to roughly probably $600 in money when you calculate it back through. But anyway, so they played that and got a bunch of neat junk. They had other things there too we didn't do, like bowling. They had like a miniature 5-pin bowling, like for the little guys. We never got into that because they're a bit too big for that now. So they got like spas and stuff too, and you know, like you go get your nails done and stuff. What else? They have a nighttime story. So they didn't want to do that. No, we're too old for that. Okay. Some other couple of things too. Some of the things there they're getting too old for, right? So they're mostly into the water park and the arcade and stuff now, right? So, but they had fun. We had fun. It's a bit of a drive. Went to see the falls. You can't miss the falls when you go there, because that's like you know, if you haven't seen it, you got to see it. It's pretty cool. Once in a kind of a lifetimey kind of thing, and it was fun. And this time of year down in Niagara Falls is really good too, down all around the falls, because normally in summertime when it's touristy, you cannot even move down there. It's horrible. It's just packed. And there's absolutely nowhere to park, which doesn't help people much. There's a couple of things I wanted to do down in the falls, and I will probably have a GoPro for that, is do the Maid of the Mist tour on the boat, which is on the very bottom of the falls, where the falls come over and they crash down the bottom. They take this stinky little boat and try to get up and fight the current as fast as they can. Not right under the falls, but they get within probably 300 or 400 feet of them and then turn back. That's kind of it. And it's like $2,000 just to do that. No, it's not that much, but it's probably about $60 a person, really. They give you this cool little tarp thingy you put on. It looks like a coat, and then you wrench it tight, and then it's like, you know, like all you can see is out like this, and the rest of you're all covered in this tarp little thingy, so you don't get too wet. Or you could stay inside the boat too if you want, but I'd be like out of the front. It'd be awesome. So never done that. Always wanted to do it, and hopefully maybe next summer we'll do that. They weren't, of course, running today because there's ice chunks falling and stuff too, right? So yeah, they weren't doing that. But anyways, I guess, yeah, that was our time away. So we didn't really do much else other than that. It's pretty much you eat there, play there, sleep there. And that's it. You don't really go out to do anything else. Unless you want to go see the falls, which we did before we went home. And I'll show you that video footage on the end of today. But we also, yeah, that was it. So yeah, we did the orientation for her tonight, and then we just come home. And I come home to a little bit of snow, so I'm going to have to do a bit of snow in the morning, it looks like. And, yeah. So, tomorrow, if my plan goes as I'm planning, I want to start to build a new bucket. Another bucket fab videos for you. A couple of few anyways. This is going to be a bigger one. I'm going to build one for the little mini X that's probably 24-inch-ish wide. Or if not 30, maybe. I can't remember now what the size maximum I could put on that. I might do a little research tonight. See what they factory say you can put on one of them. And go from there. So, and I'm going to try it a little differently this time. I am going to actually try using a piece of that big tube I've got. I'm going to try using some of that for the bend, so I don't have to heat it all up and bend it all around. Save a lot of work and a lot of gas and a lot of heat and a lot of trying to burn myself. So I got to figure out what arc I want to do it. I think I want to do a bucket that's going to start straight at the back, and then maybe arc to the bottom, not arc right around. I want to do a kind of bucket. Little bit of an arc at the back, gets a little bit more strength, but not like arc right over. I want it to be a kind of an open, clearing bucket, not necessarily meant for digging, although you might be able to, maybe. The wider you make the bucket, on the smaller the machine you have, the less dig power you're going to have. So it's going to be mostly meant for like a messed area that you can just kind of scrape and level, like a leveling bucket, I guess you'd call it. and go from something like that. So thinking 24 inch, maybe 30 inch, I don't know. That's 6 inches wider. I'm gonna have to play with a tape measure, I guess, and see what I think might be working good for that. Plus I'm gonna look and see what the maximum size bucket I can actually physically get for that, and build one. So now I've got that 7-inch pipe down there. That actually might be a pretty good size to go with. The bigger diameter pipe I can go with, the less curl I'm going to have and the bigger bucket you'll get. If I go with a little wee narrow guy, it's just going to whoop, you know, like whoop, instead of like a 7, which might go more like that. Or if you went to like, I know they got bigger pipe up there. Even if I went to a 12, it would give a lot more, or a lot less arc curl to it, which would probably make it stronger too. So plus that stuff on that curl is like 1/4 inch thick, so it's a little heavier than I need. But we'll all discuss this tomorrow and have a look and maybe do some planigating. Planigating. I think that's another new word. And we'll go from there. But anyways, we'll catch you tomorrow. Thanks for listening to my blurb and our time away and stuff. I just didn't feel like filming it. You know, because then I'd have to keep an eye on a camera and stuff all the time. And I seen about 7 or 8 guys there who were filming and stuff. So I'm like, well, it's kind of cool. But I didn't feel right, you know, because you got all these like ladies and kids and stuff and like skimpy little bathing suits and stuff, and like I almost felt kind of offended people filming like my daughter in her bathing suit, right? And it's like, that just doesn't really belong here, you know? Like, yeah, it's cool to film maybe going down a water slide, but there's people walking around with the chest ones, and I can tell they're going because the red light's flashing. I'm like, dude, like, you don't need to film yourself walking around too. Click it on when you're going down the slide and then click it off again. Like, I just felt kind of creeped out, so I'm kind of really glad I didn't do it myself, you know, because it probably would have made a pretty neat video. But I don't know, just filming people in clothings like that just doesn't seem right to me. So, you know, some people are totally opposite, and oh yeah, let's film all the boobs we can. Really? You can get in trouble doing that. Like big time, especially if someone's younger. So, but anyways, enough of that. Not going in there, not going that way. So yeah, I didn't feel right doing it, and I didn't do it. Kept it to ourselves. So yeah, but apparently down there they don't mind if you bring your cameras in. It gives them exposure, I guess. Really, literally, like could be lawsuits. I'm thinking. But anyways, yeah. So tomorrow we'll talk about bucket stuff, and I might even pop up to the metal guys there and see what they had for a bigger diameter pipe. But I don't need like a 15-foot chunk long length of it. I just need like maybe 3 or 4 feet, and I'd cut out of it what I need. Because I just don't really feel like heating metal and bending it around again, because that's a lot of work. But technically that last bucket we made was the 7-inch bend. So you kind of idea of the curl we got on that. So I want to kind of make one that's maybe a little less curl. It'll hold a little more in the bucket too, but when you're scraping and cleaning stuff, it'll also actually capture more too. And but I kind of don't think you're going to be able to dig with it. It maybe softy ground, sandy stuff maybe, but not my kind of stuff back here. Not going to work for that. So, but cleaning stuff, it'll be pretty good for cleaning stuff. So, yeah. But anyways, that's it. I'm going to put this bit of footage I got here on my iPhone from Niagara Falls, of the falls, on the end of the video. And yeah, we'll catch you tomorrow. Anyways, thanks for watching. Enjoy this little bit of footage here, and we'll catch you tomorrow for some bucket talk.